I am Keshav of CSC Data Science, and today our subject is programming for problem solving by using C programming language. Today's our question was, let's call a positive integer an ordinary if in the decimal notation all its digits are the same. For example, 1, 2 and 99 are ordinary numbers, but 719 and 2021 are not ordinary numbers. For a given number n, and find the number of ordinary numbers among the following numbers from 1 to n. Today, first of all, uh, we'll now first of all we are going to discuss about what is C. C is a general purpose programming language created by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Laboratories in 1972. It is a very popular language despite being old. C is strongly associated with Unix as it was developed to write Unix operating system. Why to learn C? It is one of the most popular programming language in the world. If you know C, you will have no problem learning other popular programming languages such as Java, Python, C++, C hashtag, etc. as syntax is similar. C is very fast compared to other programming languages like Java and Python. C is very versatile and it can be used in both applications and technologies. Finally, we are going to discuss about difference between C and C++. C++ was developed as an extension of C and both languages have almost same syntax. The main difference between C and C++ that C++ support classes and objects while C does not. To start using C, you need two things: a text editor like Notepad to write C code, a compiler like GCC to translate the C code into a language that the computer will understand. There are many text editors and compilers to choose from. In this tutorial, we will use an IDE. And now, by going to our topic, previously I have discussed about the question, and now we have to take the input of the first line contains one integer t 1 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 104. Then t test cases follow. Each test case is characterized by one integer n. 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 109. And by writing the code, we have to get the output of, for each test case output, the number of ordinary numbers among the numbers from 1 to n. And we have to take the input as shown there, like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. Then we are going to get the output of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 18. The question was, give an integer n. Let you find out 1 minus n. Every number in the middle decimal system is the same number. And for this particular question, we are gonna use the idea of we can make sure n number of digits, hypothesis n x s exposition, then the answer can be expressed in two parts. The first part is x minus 1 into 9, because 1 minus 9 there are 9, 10 to 99 there are 9, 100 to 999 there are 9. Wait, therefore the first part can be introduced. The second part is n by 111 and so on. All in all, x individual 1. This is also like everyone is the same, that is 1 multiple, 11 multiple, 111 multiples of and so on. So answered by x minus 1 into 9 plus n by 111 and up to so on up to n number. And here's the given code. Then we have to write first of all hash include stdio.h. The stdio means standard input output. Using namespace standard typedef long L1. For every line in C programming we have to give semicolon. Constant int n is equal to 1e6 plus 10 semicolon. Constant int x is equal to 1e9 semicolon. Int t comma n. We are declaring the t comma n variables as int, means integer. Here in C programming we have to give int main. The main function is a user defined function we can define, and then we have to write the code like cin greater than t semicolon, while t minus minus means it's a decrement operator. Cin less than n semicolon int answer equal to 0, int temp is equal to x, while temp is equal to int of t is equal to n by temp, and like that at last we have to give the return 0. Otherwise our code will give an error of the code does not return any value. Then we are going to discuss about same differences. You are given an array A of n integers. Count the number of pairs of integers I comma j such that I less than j and aj minus ai is equal to j minus I. Input. The first line contains one integer t, 1 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 104. Then t test cases follow. The first line of each test case contains one integer n, 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 2 into 105. The second line of each test case contains n integers a1, a2, and so on up to an, 1 less than or equal to ai less than or equal to n, array A. It is guaranteed that the sum of n over all test cases does not exceed 2 105. Output. For each test case, the output of number of pairs of integers I comma j such that I less than or equal to j and minus ai equal to j minus I. For example, we will take the input of 4, 6, 3, 5, 1, 4, 6, 6, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 3, 4, 6, 1, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we will get the output of 1, 3, 3 and 10. Here the question was, I'll give you a sequence A, find out how many pairs in the sequence meet I less than or less than j and aj minus ai is equal to j minus I. Here transpose was available is I less than j and operator aj minus j is equal to ai minus I. And the ideas for this question was pour pretreatment, then sort the several pairs with same look difference. Suppose the number of section of an array after difference is a0 comma a1 is equal to 3, a2 is equal to 3. So a0 but with a1 and a2 form two pairs, a1 but with a2 form a pair. It is not difficult to find its sum is an equal difference sequence. And here goes the code. Here also first we have to include, and sorry, let us continue the previous slide. Typedef function, int function, main is a user defined function. We have to give the main function, then we have to write the code and give the return value 0. Then we have to arrange the sheep. You are playing a game arranging the sheep. The goal of this game is to make the sheep line up. The level in the game is described by the string of length n consisting of characters dot empty space and sheep. In one move, you can move any sheep one square to the left or one square to the right. If corresponding square exists and is empty, the game ends as soon as the sheep are lined up. That is there should be no empty cells between any sheep. For example, n is equal to 6 and the level is described by the string, then the following game scenario is possible. The sheep at 4 position move to the right, the state of level. The sheep at second position moves to the right, the state of level. The sheep at the first position moves to the right, the state of level. The sheep at the third position moves to the right, the state of level. The sheep at the second position moves to the right, the state of level. The sheep are lined up and the game ends. For a given level, to determine the minimum number of moves you need to make in the particular level. For this one, we have to give the input of the first line contains one integer t, then the t test cases follows. The first line of each test case contains one integer n. The second line of each test case contains a string of length n consisting of the characters and the description of level. It is guaranteed that the sum of n over all test cases does not exceed 106. For each test case output, the minimum number of moves you need to make to complete the level. And here is the input and output for the code. The question was the representative on behalf of the space. You need to move left or right each time, and eventually all of them are close together. Ask the minimum number of steps. Ideas: press each sheep map to cost, then using the characteristics of median, we can deduce the cost of all moving above the median is the smallest. And here is the code for the above question. Thank you.